Stitch Cuties, welcome to the video tutorial for making your Happy Place Block 1 in the embroidery machine, in the hoop of your embroidery machine. So in your very first box, you get a lot of information. So I want to review that real fast with you. First, you'll find that you have 2 pages that are solid, and then you have a 3rd page that has a little binder edge. This is meant so that you can get a 3-wing binder that has the little pockets on the front and back and side. And this will be your binder cover. You'll put this in the front. You'll put this in the back, and then you'll trim this down to size, and it fits in a 1-inch binder on the outer edge of that, so that every month you can put your patterns in an organized way in that binder. So next you'll find in your pattern the part that's 3-hole punch that you'll put in your 3-ring binder. The initial box has a lot of information in terms of what to expect. Every month you get a name of everything that's coming in your box. You get basic FAQs, how to get to your embroidery files, how to watch the videos like you're watching right now, how to change your address, update your payment information if you need to, how to contact us, and then of course a list of the recommended notions that you'll see us use in the video tutorials. And then we get into the first pattern. So as you know from making your little welcome kit, it's always a good idea to read through the pattern. So you'll read through all of the steps, and we'll follow along together in this video to do that. When I read through my pattern initially, I organize my applique pieces in order of appearance. So you'll see the first pieces that we're gonna iron down are gonna be 1, 2, and 6. So I make a pile of 1, 2, and 6. Then we're gonna do 3 through 5, 7, and 13. So you can see off on the left, I have another little pile, another little pile, another little pile. So I organize all of my pieces so I don't have to think. Then I do the same thing with all the beautiful colors. Look how beautiful they look lined up. So these are the Sulky 40-weight rayon threads that are from your 40-weight rayon thread kit. They're adorable colors. How fun is that? It's like a rainbow. And then I also recommend the 7511 needles on your embroidery machine. And so I organize my thread colors in order of appearance so that I know I have everything ready to go so I can just start sewing. Now in your, and you also of course have your placement guide with the reverse applique pieces that'll help you number and identify your pieces. So what we're going to do first, let me hang my little pattern up. I hang it on the side for myself so I can see it. We are going to iron our background fabric as it says in the pattern. We're gonna load our embroidery file onto our machine, and we have a white thread loaded on the machine. The very first thing that stitches is a T in the middle of our machine. So what you're gonna do with your fabric is simply fold it in half and fold it in half again. So basically into quarters. And it doesn't have to be a perfect fold, don't worry about it. This is approximately a 10-inch square, and we're gonna trim it down to 8.5 inches, so you have wiggle room, don't worry. And so with your hoop right in front of you, you're going to line this up at the bottom left quadrant of that T. So just line it like this, and then we're gonna open it up, and we'll open it up again. Once I have it in place, I'm gonna do a little press, just because I don't want that little T to be in there, right? So I'm just holding it. And now you can use your sew tights to secure this in place, or you can use tape. And I just put it up on the very, very corner edge because I want to make sure it's not going to get sewn onto. So let's do that. There we go. Put one over here. I love these little guys. You can also use the transport tape. That's really handy as well. There we go. And then let me show you what that transport tape looks like. It's basically medical tape. When I was a kid, or for most of my life, Mom worked in the medical field. She did x-rays and then MRIs. And when she did x-rays, back when I was much younger, she always had that in her lab coat pocket because they would use it old school to like hold film or something like that. I don't know. So to me, it's medical tape from her. So I have this ready to go. And again, I put it just on the edges. You can also use tape, however you like to secure this in place. We have a white thread loaded on the machine. So when we put the hoop on our arm of our machine, we're gonna have the first 3 applique outlines stitched for us. Okay, so now you have your applique outlines for your first 3 pieces. I always turn my hoop sideways in the video because I want my hoop to be supported nicely on my Steady Betty. So you'll just know that I'm turning that hoop sideways, so yours will probably likely fit in front of you straight up. But nonetheless, we're ironing on the same pieces together. So first up, we're gonna put piece number 1 down, and that is our chimney of our house. Kind of similar to on our little starter, because a house is a house. Then we're gonna put number 2, which is our cute, this is a beautiful green. Is it alpine green? I think it's called alpine green. Don't hold me to that. But this is a dapple dot fabric, super cute. And we will give this little guy a press. And then we're gonna start building on our snowman. So we're gonna do his little bottom belly. So we'll put this piece in place. And on these pieces, just make sure you're getting it nice and centered. It's a perfect fit everywhere. There we go. Looking good to me. And so we will press. There we go. Oh my gosh, how cute. It's gonna be fun. Also, my iron is just like, this is adorable. I love this little iron. Again, I love the M3 Pro too. I've been using that a lot in my sewing machine. It's great. Okay, so now this is what you have so far. We're gonna put this back on and we're gonna get another round of applique outlines on both pieces, our house and our snowman. Alrighty, so now we have our next round of applique outlines. And again, I turn my hoop sideways simply to fit in the camera and on my Steady Betty. So I'm gonna take piece number 3. And just if you're following along, we're on step 11. We're ironing pieces 3, 4, 5, 7, and 13 into place. So just get your roof right in there. How cute. Don't you wish we could have checkered roofs on our houses? It'd be fun. We had to get a new roof last year on our house. And it's so funny, almost every day when I back out, I look at the roof because it's just so crisp now. I really like, that's silly, but I look at my roof every day. It'd be fun if it was more than just black. And then we have our cute door. Again, this is a Lori Holt print. I can't remember if this is from Calico or Hometown or the Be Vintage. I don't remember which line it is, but it's super, super cute. And then we have our heart. This is called the Paparazzi dot from Riley Blake. It's new. It's so fun. I love the colors that it comes in. They just pop. Paparazzi. And then we have piece number 7. This is the little middle belly on our snowman. There we go. Easiest snowman you've ever built, huh? Cleanest. You didn't have to get snowy. And then we're going to put our first little snowman button on. And this is the blue one. You want to make sure you get these little circles in the right order because you want the right thread color to stitch. So get this little guy right in place and press. There we go. So it's starting to look like something. Well, half a snowman. Okay, let's continue on to the next step. All right, so we have our next round of outlines. We are going to put on piece number 8, which is the top of our snowman. Just like so, we put them in place. Easy peasy. I really do love doing this. So easy, isn't it? It's like very calming and methodical and peaceful. And now we're gonna put 2 circles on. So the top one is yellow. We wanna make sure you put that in the right spot. And then if that little guy just sits there, I'll put the red in place too. And the red is the middle circle. Again, you wanna make sure you get these in the right order because your thread needs to match. Or you could mix it up and have it contrasting, whatever you want. All right, so we have one more step and it's gonna give us the outline of his little nose and the hat. All right, so it's time to iron on our very last 2 applique pieces. So we have our hat, which goes right up top. A little top hat. He's a fancy snowman. He is all dressed up for like, I don't know, holiday party? A New Year's party maybe, because he technically on the quilt represents January and winter. So maybe he's going to a New Year's soiree. And then we put our little nose on, just like so. Super cute. There we go. So now for the remaining steps, I'm gonna take my hoop on and off and I'm gonna talk about the thread colors and what stitching and all that fun stuff. For you though, you don't need to take yours off the arm of your machine again until you're ready to trim it and you're done, okay? So with that being said, let's do our first change. We're gonna put on 1130, this is the dark brown, and the machine will stitch our hat and our chimney. Alrighty, take a look, your little hat and your chimney are stitched so cute like with the dark brown. Now we're gonna change to 1176, the medium dark avocado, and pieces 2, 3, and 4 are gonna stitch. So that is your little house, your roof, and your door will stitch in this dark green. So cute. Alrighty, take a look, you just built a house. Look how cute that looks. So cute. Okay, so now we're gonna put on this color. Is this not a beautiful color? I love it. It's 1095 turquoise, and our little heart is gonna be stitched. Take a look at your little heart. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So now we're going to switch to 1045, the light teal, and then the 3 little body rolls of our snowman. Poor guy. I just said he had body rolls. The 3 little segments of our snowman will be stitched in the light teal. Let's look at our little snowman. He is cute as can be. So now we are going to load 1833, and I know your machine says 1168 orange. That's fine if you want to use that color, but what we prefer and what we kitted with is the 1833. It only says that number on the machine just so that when I'm converting files for other file formats, it is right. So in any case, 1833 is what you will load now for our cute little pumpkin, a pumpkin nose. This is called pumpkin pie, but that is a carrot. So it's a carrot nose. And now you have a carrot nose all stitched. So now we're going to load the butterfly gold. And of course, the first circle is going to stitch. And then after that, I'm just gonna show you the next 3 colors to load because they're so quick. They're each one circle. So first you'll load your butterfly gold 0567. Then you're gonna load your 1039 true red for the middle circle. And then we'll load this, another really beautiful color, the 1293 deep Nassau blue for the bottom circle, and we'll be back before we do our accents. Take a look, those 3 little buttons are stitched for you, the little circles. So you had the yellow, the red, and the blue. Now we're on our last thread color change, and that is to 1005 black. And what's gonna stitch are the arms, the mouth, the little smile, and then the 2 eyes on our snowman. Alrighty, so everything is stitched. Let's do a little close up, top to bottom. This is what yours should look like. It's adorable. So now you need to trim your block to 8.5 inches squared. I'm just gonna give you a quick little tip on how to do that. So you're gonna take it out of your hoop and remove your sew ties. I honestly could have removed my sew ties all the way at like the 2nd or 3rd step, but I just didn't. So if you've already removed yours, no biggie. There we go. It's fun to watch those magnets snap together in it. And I just store them right over here. So now, to trim this properly, I recommend that you, well, of course, we're gonna remove our stabilizer. So I'm gonna quickly remove my stabilizer. You'll wanna remove all of it, like within the applique pieces. So you'll sit down, put on a good podcast or a YouTube video or something fun on Netflix or what have you, listen to a good book, and pull out all your stabilizer all the way around. I'm just gonna quickly pull it from the edges. See how easy it tears though? But I do recommend going in and taking your stabilizer out within. Having a pair of tweezers definitely helps for that. So you can use your light pad as well, but I didn't bring my light pad back in here. So I am gonna put this in place. There we go. Make sure my little house is good and lined up. Check myself. And then you can see you have what's marked here. The very outer line is an 8.5 inch trim line. Now what that's gonna do is help you know where to put your ruler. I definitely recommend getting this Quick Cuts ruler, or I'm sorry, it's called Cute Cuts Trim It Ruler, 8.5 inches. And so you're gonna put that in place. And the bottom edge goes all the way at the bottom of your house. And then you just wanna make sure that it's lined up. And what I do, I don't wanna cut on my pattern. So what I do is I mark my corners nicely and boldly. And so I'm gonna move my pattern out from underneath and put my ruler back in place. And then I know that I have my block centered pretty darn good. Okay, so move your placement guide. You could cut over your pattern if you wanted to. Why do that? I don't want to. And again, this is gonna go all the way at the bottom right there. Perfect, perfect. And then we're gonna cut. So you're just going to simply cut on all 4 sides, and you're gonna have a perfectly trimmed block. Now we have the So Daily 8.5 or 10-inch rotating cutting mat. I love using that when I'm trimming blocks because I don't have to pick my piece up and turn everything again. Not like it's that hard, but that is a cool mat to have. The mat that I'm using right now is the self-healing cutting mat that comes with my light pad. That light pad comes with this cutting mat, which is super handy. So see how easy this ruler makes trimming? Oh my goodness. There is your perfect block. Now, keep this little guy in a safe place. I recommend getting like those like little 12-inch or 14-inch little squared things. I stack those with my blocks in them so they stay nice and tidy. And so you are done with block 1 now, and next month you'll get block 2, which are the 3 hearts that represent the month of February. So that's your box 2 coming next. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. We're always here to help, and happy stitching.